your base could feel that same sense of, I want to say, betrayal or resentment? Is there a tug in you of keeping them supporting you but going somewhere else?
Well, I see every man as I keep coming back to purpose, and I mean Harry Belafonte had his purpose. Harry Belafonte made Calypso popular.
Do you resent him for that?
I don't resent Harry Belafonte. I respect Harry Belafonte. I have almost all Harry Belafonte music home in my house, you know. And I also went into investigating Harry Belafonte, and while investigating Harry Belafonte, I met Miriam Makeba, you know, and going into things like that, seeing things that he would do. But I think he was positioned and he took an opportunity, which a lot of our people were not positioned or chose or took the opportunity to do likewise. So there was always a conflict between what is real Calypso, and what is watered down Calypso. And Harry put on a show. And I mean, a lot of the Calypsonians in those times didn't have the finance or the capital, the access or the knowledge to put on a show. And Harry was entertaining. And there were a lot of Calypsos, I remember, with a lot of Calypsonians coming out saying these Calypso singers, they are not real Calypsonians, they don't know nothing about the art of war. And you know, Harry was just about love, you know, and I think always you will see love as a thing that will always rise above war. So we still in this day and age in the Calypso now stand to vent into topics of love. I see a lot of people trying to dive into it, which is good. And it is what we have to come around to, because I think promoting that essence would be important for the world, not just for Calypso or for soca or for what industry, but for the world. And Harry Belafonte is talented. So if you have a talented person promoting a positive, you know, vibe, I have no problem with it.
So your ego could withstand somebody else taking music that you contributed to and them becoming more internationally
definitely
famous.
I mean, it happened right now. We have people like Kevin Little who, you know, he would tell me, he say, Marshall, boy, I was so inspired by you singing to the soca. I went home and I sing for 6 years, and I you know, sing this song for 6 years. And you know, when finding out the real story behind that, he worked hard to achieve that, and he was positioned at that point in time for him to happen. Blessings don't come from what you do. Your blessings come from, you know, the universe and how the universe want to position you at any point in time. So he was blessed. I think I've been blessed for 20-something years with having successful music and doing well, making something for myself. And I just think, you know, different people reap different things. So, of course, people might say, you know, these guys, they're going on what you, Bill, and but this is part of it. I remember the night that they announced that, yeah, soca music is going to have a category in the Grammys. I feel like if a whole weight just dropped in my body, I just feel myself go like this. And then you realize, well, that was what I worked for. I worked for that to happen. I worked for people to recognize this music. So you in yourself have to be able to judge and know your satisfaction and to come from you. To me, my focus is deep in terms of challenging myself. I'm at the point where I've created so much music and created so much for this environment. Anything that win a Grammy right now, I will feel like I had something to do with it. Yes. You know, I would feel like I contribute. So, you know, I will be smiling. So I think it's a nice goal to set, but I think most importantly, you have to know what you're going to achieve this goal by. What are you going to achieve this goal by? A Grammy is awarded to great works, and you have to continue to try to make great works. That is the integrity part of the business that you have to keep intact and keep in focus. And that's where I try to be at all times. But I think you have different types of people who become artists. Some people become artists by circumstance. I'll always say I became an artist by circumstance. I became popular, you know, not by me really reaching out to be that. I wanted to do music. I was sitting on there. My brother was playing the guitar. He couldn't sing. I started to help him sing. They put me in the competitions. I get popular. I win. So I was never really out there. Hey, look me. Notice me. Buy me. Think me. So sometimes when people say, whose song is that? How you feel? Listen to your songs. You know, I kind of shy away from wanting to bask in the glory, you know. I kind of like to say, oh, yeah, somebody sing that. I don't know who it is. But it's just a part of being cool, because really that is not the part that motivates me. You know, the part is the part is sitting down at the end of the day and saying, yes, that was done. These people satisfied to the max. They happy, they tired, they had the best jump, they had the most fun, they go there and they buy the album, then I'm satisfied. But I really look forward to a new beginning. I look forward to what's next, and I can't sit down here today and say that I have my finger on it.
Yes.
I would be lying to say that I know what is next now. I just know we in that stage where something is needed, is ready to cross, is ready to bridge, people willing to take the risks, and you have to take it.
And you don't ever get afraid, this process of knowing?
Well, that you will develop with the trust in yourself. And the trust is that there are few factors, if you put them together, will result in success. Hard work, you know, having a good focus and a good, you know, objective, a good goal. Set your goal, work hard towards it, and then leave an open mind.
Do you think that you are special?
I think everyone is special. I think everyone is special, and in every journey in life, there's a time when you have to rise to your speciality. You know, you have to rise to what you have been chosen to be a specialist of. Am I today to be a specialist in dealing with these kids? Whether it's one day, whether it's to save a bomb from going off, or whether you are to rise up to become a great creator. I think everyone is special because there have been a lot of people along the way who have given me ideas or helped me to create or, you know, continue my ideas. I might take something from them and take it a step further. That they had to be special to even entertain the thought. So, you know, I don't see the difference between many people. I only see the difference between the choices that they make. And some people might choose today to jump up into the, you know, the specialist zone where they have to be, you know, outgoing. They have to reach out. They have to do something risky. They have to do something demanding. Or tomorrow you might choose to just take the back seat.
Are you normal?
Normal. Wow. I think normal is not normal. You know, I am no way normal.
Yes.
I wouldn't say normal. I don't sleep at the normal time people sleep. You know, I don't eat normally. I don't do anything normal. I don't even know what normal is. You know what I'm saying? I'm individual. I love outdoors. I love driving. I love trips that mean going into the unknown.
Do you love trips like Paris trips, or do you like trips like bush trips?
Well, I can't say that I could much have a feeling for loving traveling, because traveling has been part of my existence from birth. I've been traveling so much that sometimes traveling seems like a chore more than an ease. So my kind of trip is like, if I'm somewhere, driving into the forest or driving into the hills or going to the beach, organizing what we're going to cook, what we're going to look at.
You could cook?
You know, I could cook. I'm a master chef.
A master chef. You can't, you know, before you leave
I learned
it.
to cook over the phone from my own mother, who had to, at times had to say, all right, look, it's desperate now. I need to know how to cook something local. So, you know, I could cook local dishes. Dumpling and saltfish, pilau, you know, the traditional dishes of my country.
And yes, and he's very particular about the pronunciation of those dishes, as I
Pilau.
realized earlier today.
Pilau.
When I said I wanted pilau.
Yeah, pilau.
Pilau.
National dish of Trinidad and Tobago.
You could callaloo?
After crab and cardo. That's a little difficult.
Yeah.
But I'm that kind of person who will get into you know, the domestic side of things. I will cook. And
Well, you would raise the children? Change pampers?
I
that
think
kind of
I
thing?
think I'm great with kids. I think I'm great with kids. Plenty of my music and a lot of what I've been doing, strangely enough, it took me a couple of years to understand why. But a lot of little children will come and say, hey, we like Marshall, we like Marshall. And after a while, I had to look around and say, but wait, I ain't a child no more. I'm not dressed up in school uniform. Why these children keep, you know, revolving? And I had to try and figure out what it was. And I just think it's the energy level and the creativity level that they like and they admire. And something about it must be interesting, the themes and the things that we make up. So I kind of try my best to always keep them in mind. And I always realize and learn over the years, children learning songs are the easiest way for you to know if you have a hit on your hands. Because
they have an instinct.
They pick it up. Once they pick it up, they will go with it.
I remember when I read Nelson Mandela's autobiography, it really brought home the fact that great men who see themselves as having a huge mission, often have not so great home lives, personal lives.
Yeah.
Would you put yourself in that kind of
Definitely,
category?
definitely. And I always remember him when he was talking in his long walk to freedom. He always, you know, chastising himself
Right.
for not being home. I kind of sometimes sit down and feel that way too. You know, you can't have the ordinary family life. I also saw it in the story of Marcus Garvey. You know, it was strange for him to have the family and to be the father. It is difficult when you want to achieve greatness in a career. But I think always in that career, you will always find the time for the evolution that is necessary when part of your creation is the family that you have created. And the family that you have created, that will be a very important essence in taking you to your next level of creation when you really want to look back. Because to me, you know, you always say to know where you're going, you have to look back. But when you look back at all that you have created in this world and you say, okay, what can I do better? What can I do, you know, using that as a platform for elevation? So I think it's important that it will catch up with you no matter how much you think you're away from the family. It will always come back around.
But I think part of the problem is that people like you see your family as bigger than your nuclear family.
It's an extended family. I was just about to make that point. Your family now becomes the little youths who might come to you, who you might see them every year coming, hey, I like your song this year. I've seen a lot of people get into the music business, you know, from just coming and watching our shows, or just coming in and seeing that, you know, they could get the confidence to do this that we have been doing for years. So that becomes sort of your responsibility too. I've seen a new side of love, because you could get love from thousands of people, adoring fans, lots of girls, but there's a deeper love that you look for when you're looking for somebody to just hear you, for somebody to spend that time to listen to you. You who are expected to be the strong leader all the time will need a leader. And few people really willing to step up and lead leaders when they need leading. And I think when you find those kind of people in your lives, you know, in your life, actually, those are the kind of people that you need to hold on to, because that is real love. They will step up and they will tell you as it is, or they will encourage you to go better. You might sing a song and everybody who love you might say, yeah, that's a great song. But this one person next to you might say, that ain't cutting it.
Yeah,
you need to do better than that. You know, and sometimes you learn the real essence of love.
And you
different
respect
type
that.
of love. Yeah, I respect real love.
Are there women who inspire you when you're down, when you need our help?
Well, the woman on a whole is an inspiration for what we do. You know, the music that we create, I think, is a dance music. When I say dance music, I always used to think it was just put it into dance only. But to me, dance has now become a language, because I could see through the way people move, what they speak, and we have some of the most beautiful women dancing to our music. So I think that is a sort of, you know, major part of the inspiration. But my mother is a very strong woman who inspires me a lot. I mean, there could never be a moment of negativity. I sometimes would love a negative moment to just be saddened and just, you know, just beat up on myself for not doing that. But she will never let it happen. She'll always be like, nah, brush that off, dust it off, let's go. And it's funny, you know, it's really, really funny that she maintained that kind of attitude throughout her whole life.
I'm sure you've tried to push it.
Yeah, sometimes a lot of people could tap on her for that, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people tap on her for that. So she's one of the main people. My daughter, she's another one, oh my Lord. She will just give me the happiest laughter and the happiest smiles and you know, say some of the weirdest things that will just make me, I will call her before a performance.
Really?
Just to talk for 5 minutes, because then I'll be able to get up and just start moving. You know, I just start moving. I had a song called We Not Giving Up, and I was like, you know what the meaning of We Not Giving Up is? She said, of course. It means let's go. We not stopping. You know, you gotta bounce back.
But she's a lot like you, eh?
Yeah. A lot of people will come in to me and they'll say, how you know who are your true friends? How you know who really love you? Or who love you for your money, or who love you for your fame? But I think for your money, for your fame, for your smile, for your
wine,
shilling, for your sweat, whatever somebody love you for, love is a thing you have to give back love. You know, and in life, to me, I only understand love or fear. You know, I only understand love or fear. And I don't think that the people around me who really know me and know what I'm about will ever be intimidated by me. People who could say, yo, when you head down, I'll be there for you. You could depend on me for this 5 minutes, because you might have energy for 5 hours and drop for 1 minute, and I will be there to give you that 1 minute to go back for another 5 hours. And those are the people who will...
And you've been blessed to meet those kind of people. I've
been very blessed.
You have a special gift, which I heard who you... I know, you're frightened for what coming?
I'm scared.
Don't
I have
worry.
many gifts.
I'm going to slow your fire.
Good.
You have a special gift, which I heard somebody you describe as the greatest entertainer in the world say he was inspired by. Dougie Fresh said recently that he thought he knew about entertaining, he thought he knew about singing, he thought he knew about dancing. But he saw you put down some wine in this carnival.
Yeah.
The man said he had to turn around and come again. He said he went back to the drawing board. He said, wait till I bust that out in New York.
Yeah,
He go tell them it's his.
He was actually one of the first artists that he come down, and he was really interested in knowing this whining thing. He was
Yes.
like, you have to show me. And he must be confident and secure in his masculinity to say, you have to show me this whining thing, because I ain't gonna lie. You say, you're the king.
Yes.
And whining, you know, I always go back to the story of whining, because whining has always been an issue for me. I've never had a dance class, never had a whining class. The only thing I realized when whining was brought to my attention, there was another singer in the band named Nappy, and he was whining and he was getting the girls. So I decided I had to whine
Girls?
too.
Why?
Whining girls. So and it
Simple
became, and
equation.
then it started. People started to say, you know, this whining thing might be vulgar, and as I went along in life, I started realizing that part of our music and part of our culture is this whining. Where does it come from? It came, and I go back into the history of Africa and the dancing, and to see people mating dances. Sometimes they say, but it used to be the art of war. It used to be a challenge. It used to be a peacock
Like
to come out
capoeira.
there and kind of move and shake.
Yeah.
And the music that we make just inspire and encourage whining. So to me, it become a natural thing. Like, I can't even tell you when I whining from when I'm not
Really?
whining. I don't even know.
God, because
when
I
it
wanted to
happening
find
anymore.
out too, is it always anti-clockwise?
I don't even know. Let me see.
Kind of thing so.
No, anti-clockwise is incorrect.
No man, Marshall.
Anti-clockwise.
It cannot, it's not this. This would be clockwise. It's like that.
This is clockwise.
And you
Actually, it's a figure 8. So for some period of time, you're clockwise, and some period of time, you're anti-clockwise.
I never see that.
It's a figure 8. That's what they teach you foreigners. But let me say, it's a thing that you have to, first of all, have a natural gift. And if not, if you don't have the gift naturally, find somebody and try to share some whining moments with them. You know, and then you'll get the gist of it.
Well,
I can't break it down.
No.
I can't break it down like the
Shucks, I was
Germans right now. I think there's no way the two could separate themselves. Soca and whining, calypso and waist movement.
Gills, wine, Marshall
gills.
Gills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. The dogs have stopped. The sun is setting. I know you want to take a little swim in the pool.
Everything
if
is
we
good.
invited.
Yeah. We started with a beautiful day and we ended on girls, wine, Marshall. Happiness.
The best wine, man.
Wine
you.
boy. Mwah. Why girls whining? Thank you so very much for your country.
If you could have break down the wine intellectual here, and
No,
for me, I would
girls,
have done it.
wine, Marshall, girls. Thank you very much, everybody. And you want to be Oprah? You want to be?
I'm Mohawk. They can remember that. Gills, wine and Marshall Gills.
Your contribution.
Me bounce back and me come one time too. Wine a boy, come wine me down. I say they request a good wine a man. Wine a boy, come wine me down. And if your man girl wine, girl leave him behind. Wine a boy, come wine me down. Say they request a good wine.
For me, I
Girls,
would've done it.
wine, Marshall, girls. Thank you very much, everybody.
It's so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet. Oh, yeah. This is the music of my land, yeah. Oh, this is the music of my land, yeah. Ah, this is the music of my land. Oh.
Brian McFarlane. We always talk about the big man in the business. You are the new man in the business.
You small, quiet man, yes.
Humble man. But in fact, even though this was your first year to bring out a big band,
Right.
you're not so new to the whole mass thing.
No. I've been dabbling in mass for a number of years now. I would say from the late 80s, early 90s. My first king actually was Gino Rigrello. in San Fernando, and I think that was like 1990, King of Carnival, and he actually won King of Carnival.
And when you say My First King, what is it you did?
Design King costume, design and produce the King costume for him. And he won that year, which was great. And then I went on for a couple years. There was Anthony Paul, who lives in New York, and he comes back every year and plays. And I did like 3 years for him, like second, third kind of thing. And then in 1994, he won King of Carnival. And later that year, we had the King and World competition in the stadium here in Trinidad, where he won King of Carnival, and I still hold that title of Designer of the World.
And what are you trained as?
Properly or formally trained, never. I was accepted many years ago as a teenager to a design school in college. My parents couldn't afford to send me, and I just said, you know what, I have to make it on my own, and that's what I basically did.
Because you always knew you wanted to do this
Design and art and creating and that sort of thing. So I just forged forward, and here I am today.
And where did you get the idea for this band, both the theme and the idea to bring a band?
Well, it's been a childhood dream always to bring a carnival band. And for the latter years of 7 years, I would say I was playing with Peter Menchel. And when he did not bring a band last year, I was just kind of lost, and I actually bought a costume with another band, $1,500–$1,600. I never wore it because I just never got the vibe, never felt it. And I remember staying on Carnival Tuesday and just basically kind of regurgitated of the same thing over and over and over. And I said, this is it. I got to do my own thing. I think I have something I can offer to the nation as a whole, and that was the decision. It took me about 6 weeks to get the name. I mean, I was thinking of all sorts of names, the cleansing, the purifying, this, that, the other. And all the people actually said, why didn't you name it that? But I wanted a name that gave intrigue, and people would want to ask, what that really is all about. So the name The Washing came about. And the washing by fire, by water. And by fire, by water, mainly because out of the whole biblical sense of, cleansing through fire and incense and candles and
but you did it in a special kind of way. There were no commas, there were no caps.
No.
It was the fire, the water.
Yeah. I tried to make it one word and try to make people, indulge even a little more. What is that all about? By fire, by water, kind of thing. Well, we actually started out to do 1,050 costumes because once you cross 1,000, you're a large band. Final analysis, we got just below 800. But I still think for first year it was great. And as you know, we captured everything in medium category. Every trophy there was, every competition there was. So we did excellent. And we know next